25 insane facts about London you never knew. Number 1 will blow your mind. Number 25. Despite its reputation as a dense urban jungle, nearly 47% of London is covered by green space, making it one of the greenest major cities in the world. The city contains over 3,000 parks, gardens, and commons, ranging from tiny hidden squares tucked behind buildings to massive royal parks where deer roam freely just minutes from the center of town. Number 24. Since 2003, London has charged drivers a congestion fee to enter the city centre during weekday hours. The daily charge currently sits at £15, and cameras automatically photograph every license plate that crosses the zone boundary. Fail to pay and you will receive a fine in the mail. The system was revolutionary when introduced and has since been copied by cities around the world. Number 23. Most people call the famous clock tower at the Houses of Parliament Big Ben, but that name technically refers only to the massive bell inside the tower, not the structure itself. The tower was officially renamed Elizabeth Tower in 2012 to honor Queen Elizabeth's Diamond Jubilee. The bell weighs over 13 tons and has a crack in it that gives it its distinctive slightly off-pitch tone. Number 22. London is one of the most linguistically diverse cities on the planet, with over 300 languages spoken by its residents. Entire neighborhoods operate primarily in Bengali, Polish, Somali, Turkish, or Yoruba. In some boroughs, English is not even the most commonly spoken language at home. This extraordinary mix makes London arguably the most multilingual capital city in human history. Number 21. The Tower of London has served as a royal palace, a prison, an execution site, a zoo, and a treasury over its nearly 1,000-year history. Today it houses the crown jewels, worth an estimated £4 billion, and 6 resident ravens. Legend holds that if the ravens ever leave the tower, the kingdom will fall, so their wings are carefully clipped to ensure they never do. Number 20. To become a licensed black cab driver in London, you must pass a grueling exam called the Knowledge, which requires memorizing every street, landmark, hotel, theatre, and point of interest within a 6-mile radius of Charing Cross. The process takes an average of 4 years of intense study, and brain scans have shown that London taxi drivers developed physically larger hippocampi than the general population. Number 19. Beneath London's streets lie over 40 abandoned tube stations, known as ghost stations, that were closed over the decades and sealed off from the public. Some were converted into secret wartime bunkers, others into storage facilities, and a few remain completely untouched, frozen in time with their original tiling, signage, and platform furniture still intact deep underground. Number 18. In September 1666, a fire that started in a bakery on Pudding Lane tore through London for 4 days, destroying over 13,000 houses, 87 churches, and most of the medieval city within the old Roman walls. Remarkably, only 6 deaths were officially recorded, though historians believe the true toll was far higher since deaths among the poor and homeless were simply never counted. Number 17. From the early 1800s until the 1920s, London held the title of the largest city on Earth, a position it maintained for well over 100 years. At its peak in the Victorian era, the city was the capital of an empire that controlled a quarter of the world's land surface. Over 30% of all global trade passed through the Port of London during those years. Number 16. Harry Beck's 1931 London Underground map revolutionized the way transit systems are presented worldwide. He abandoned geographical accuracy in favor of a clean, color-coded schematic diagram that was far easier to read. Transport authorities initially rejected the design, but the public loved it. Today, virtually every metro map in every city in the world is modeled directly on Beck's original London concept. Number 15. Buckingham Palace is so large and self-contained that it operates essentially as a small independent town. The building contains 775 rooms, including 78 bathrooms, its own chapel, a cinema, a swimming pool, a doctor's surgery, a dedicated police station, and a fully operational post office. Over 800 staff members work within its walls, and the building has its own ATM used exclusively by the royal family. Number 14. In December 1952, a catastrophic smog event known as the Great Smog descended on London and lingered for 5 days. The toxic mixture of coal smoke and cold air was so thick that visibility dropped to less than 1 meter in some areas. Cinemas closed because audiences could not see the screen from their seats. The smog killed an estimated 12,000 people and directly led to the Clean Air Act of 1956. Number 13. In 1968, London Bridge was sold to American entrepreneur Robert McCulloch for $2.46 million. The bridge was dismantled stone by stone, shipped across the Atlantic, and reassembled in Lake Havasu City, Arizona, where it still stands today. A persistent urban legend claims McCulloch thought he was buying the far more impressive Tower Bridge by mistake, though he always denied the story. Number 12. During the construction of the Elizabeth Line, engineers uncovered an extraordinary archaeological record buried beneath London's streets. Discoveries included a 9,000-year-old forest, Roman horseshoes, medieval ice skates made from animal bones, and over 30 skeletons believed to be victims of the Black Death. The tunnel boring machines cut through layers of history that had been sealed underground for millennia. Number 11. In 1888, a serial killer stalked the streets of Whitechapel in London's East End, murdering at least 5 women in horrifically brutal fashion. Despite one of the largest manhunts in history and over a century of investigation, the identity of Jack the Ripper has never been confirmed. Hundreds of suspects have been proposed, including a member of the royal family, but the case remains officially unsolved to this day. Number 10. In the summer of 1858, a heat wave turned the Thames into a festering cesspool of raw sewage that produced a stench so unbearable it became known as the Great Stink. The smell was so overpowering that members of Parliament fled the House of Commons, draping curtains soaked in chloride of lime over the windows in a futile attempt to block the odor. The crisis finally forced the construction of London's modern sewer system. Number 9. Deep below the streets of Westminster lies the Cabinet War Rooms, a fortified underground bunker where Winston Churchill and his war cabinet directed Britain's entire World War II effort. The complex includes a map room with original pins still marking troop positions, Churchill's personal bedroom, and a direct telephone line to the White House disguised as a private lavatory to fool anyone who might stumble upon it. Number 8. The City of London, the tiny historic core known as the Square Mile, is technically a separate jurisdiction from the rest of London. It has its own police force, its own mayor, and operates under a medieval system of governance that predates Parliament itself. The City of London Corporation has existed continuously since the Middle Ages and retains ancient privileges that no other local authority in Britain possesses. Number 7. London has been continuously inhabited for nearly 2,000 years, and over those centuries, millions of bodies have been buried across the city. Many of the old cemeteries were paved over as London expanded, and human remains are routinely unearthed during construction projects. The Crossrail excavation alone uncovered mass burial pits containing thousands of plague victims stacked in layers just meters below modern sidewalks. Number 6. During World War II, as a German invasion of Britain seemed imminent, Winston Churchill's government developed secret plans to deliberately flood sections of the London Underground to create defensive barriers against advancing troops. The tunnels would have been turned into impassable underwater obstacles. The invasion never came, but the plans were kept classified for decades and reveal just how desperate the situation truly was. Number 5. Buried beneath London's streets are over 20 lost rivers that once flowed openly through the city before being bricked over and forced underground as London grew. The Fleet, the Tyburn, the Walbrook, and the Effra still flow today inside Victorian tunnels and sewers, invisible to everyone above. After heavy rainfall, some of these ancient rivers overwhelm their channels and burst to the surface through manhole covers and basement walls. Number 4. From September 1940 to May 1941, the German Luftwaffe bombed London relentlessly, including 57 consecutive nights of aerial attacks. Over 30,000 civilians were killed, and vast areas of the city were reduced to rubble. Londoners sheltered in tube stations, basements, and makeshift bunkers. Despite the devastation, the city refused to surrender, and the spirit of defiance during the Blitz became a defining chapter of British identity. Number 3. When the bubonic plague reached London in 1348, it wiped out roughly half the city's population within 2 years. Bodies piled up faster than they could be buried, and mass graves were dug across the city. The plague returned in devastating waves over the following centuries, culminating in the Great Plague of 1665, which killed another 100,000 Londoners. Plague pits containing thousands of skeletons still lie undisturbed beneath modern buildings. Number 2. Over the course of nearly 2,000 years, London has survived Roman occupation, Viking raids, the Black Death, the Great Fire, the Great Stink, the Blitz, and the IRA bombing campaigns. Each catastrophe destroyed large portions of the city, and each time London rebuilt itself stronger and larger than before. No other major city on Earth has endured this many existential disasters across this many centuries and emerged as a global capital. Number 1. Over nearly 2,000 years of continuous habitation, an almost incomprehensible number of people have been buried beneath what is now modern London. Historians estimate that the dead beneath the city outnumber the living above it many times over. Roman soldiers, medieval plague victims, executed prisoners, cholera casualties, and Blitz victims all lie in overlapping layers beneath the streets. Every major construction project in London unearths the dead. The entire city is, in the most literal sense, built on top of a graveyard so vast it defies imagination.